interrupt this program to bring you an important announcement. Warning, some viewers may find the following footage deeply disturbing. Hazardous substance. Viewer discretion is advised. Let the games begin.
Speaking of that beard as you're combing it, what's going on, bud? Looking fucking pretty fierce with this fucking beard going on.
Thanks. I want to be a Mexican Viking, even though I'm a super gay Mexican Viking.
That's awesome.
You're welcome. But welcome back, everybody. This is Slashers Podcast, home of your favorite horror podcast about your favorite horror media. It is me, Mikey, your friendly co-host. Here with my co-host, Ada's Frozen. Did you turn off the VPN, Aid?
She frozen again?
Yeah.
Look, buddy.
She's gonna come back and be like, "What the fuck are you doing? Did you turn off the VPN?"
Oh, there she's gone.
At any rate, welcome back, Aid. So, like I was saying, this is your favorite horror podcast about your favorite horror media. It is me, your friendliest co-host, Mikey. It is your most confusing co-host, Lance. And that girl wonder herself. Just kidding, Joe. That bitch herself, Aid. Aid and Lance, say hello to the mutant goons from beyond.
Hello.
Sup, dog?
Oh my god.
If I had to steal something from Mikey, there it is, right there.
Lance, that's enough, Lance. So, as we have seen, it is getting warm outside. And what does warm mean? Flowers, spring, outdoor. So today we are taking you to camp. Camp, I forgot what they called it. But before then, how has your guys' week been? I'll go first. I saw Whistle and I didn't care for it.
Oh,
you finally saw it.
Yeah. Bad wigs, Final Destination type ripoff. I was upset.
wigs, bad wigs.
Yeah, big wigs, horrible wigs. Also, lesbian lifestyles being thrown in my face. Like, I don't care, but like, keep it over there.
Not the Lebanese. Oh no.
It was funny because I was watching it with the family, and not the girls because I knew it was rated R. And as soon as I started getting hints, I was like, "Les, is this a Les movie?" I was like, "Shut up."
Oh my god.
But yeah. So, Aid, how was your week?
It was good. I mean, poor Stella had surgery, so I've been dealing with that all week. And now she's on 4 different medications.
Just like her mommy.
She's not allowed to play because she had a tooth pulled, so she's very upset right now.
No, the poor
She's
babe.
also very high. I know.
Sounds great.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's mostly high, probably.
Yeah.
She's mostly high. Like she realized, I can't do
I don't think
anything
she
to
cares
get
about
back
playing.
down.
She's like, just give me more of them pills. She's in her own little mental playground.
Exactly. But yeah, I don't think I've seen anything because I had to watch both your movies this weekend. And I did finish The Beauty, and it was really good. It was a really good ending. Yeah. So, and of course, it ends on a cliffhanger, everyone. Sorry to spoil it, but I'm not going to tell you what the cliffhanger is. However, Lance and I had the chance to meet Vincent D'Onofrio at Scaradise.
Yes.
And I did gush about The Beauty to him. I don't think he appreciated it, but it's fine.
Yeah, it seemed kind of like whatever about it, to be honest with you. It's like,
Yeah, he didn't care.
Does he have a big part in it?
Well, yes, and I can't tell you what he does because then it'll give away like a secret in the show. So you just have to watch it. The episodes are like 30, 40 minutes. They're short, everyone. And there's like 8 or 9 episodes. So just go ahead and fucking binge it. It was worth it. I hate Ryan Murphy. I do not like his TV. I mean, I liked Nip Tuck at the first few years, but when they went to LA, I know, I forgot it was him too. And then I think Lance reminded me, and I'm like, oh, I didn't realize, but it was fine when they were in Miami. But then when they went to LA, I'm like, oh, no. So I don't know why. Not that I have anything against LA, but I think the show took a turn for the worse. But and then I don't like American Horror Story. Never cared for it. Like the
I've
first
never
season was
fully
just so
enjoyed
bizarre.
a full season. There's always good parts, and then they fuck it up.
Well, because I was reading somewhere that Ryan Murphy doesn't know, or the writers, or I don't know if he writes all of them or whatever, but they don't know what they're doing. They just write it as they go along.
Mm.
Mm.
So all the twists and turns are just like, poof, let's just do this. Poof, let's
Surprise.
do. Yeah, and I this one felt pretty cohesive. So,
Yeah. Actually, I lied. I liked Asylum. Asylum was great.
oh, was that season two?
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and
Um,
you know who's so fine in that show and beauty is Evan Peters.
mm,
And no, like he's in a role that you've never
You mean
seen him
Dahmer?
before. Yeah. Well, he's
I
not
just
Dahmer in this
I went
one.
to like a really preppy white high school where drugs were rampant and guys like him are everywhere. So I'm kind of over that.
Oh, yeah. That's what he looked, but he doesn't look like that in this show. He actually, I like at one point I was looking at him, I'm like, oh my God, that's Evan Peters. Like I didn't even realize it was him because he's so different.
Yeah. Oh, you know what he
Uh,
was hot in? Was it Mayor of Easttown? His very small role where he plays like her partner,
hmm.
and then he, spoiler alert, gets shot.
Oh no, not Evan
What?
Peters.
Mike, you ruined a thing for somebody?
I said spoiler alert. Anyways, um,
Earmuffs, spoiler alert.
But
yeah, and that show's already people don't even remember that show. But Lance, how was your week? And please stay on topic.
no, no.
Yes, yes.
Other than me being sad about the whole Shutter thing with Joe Bob Briggs,
Thank
I think that's the thing we're sad about, and I don't understand if they're like literally like they're saying they're getting rid of him, but yet they're keeping him for like 4 different episodes, like the big specials. You know, like I assume Halloween. Maybe they'll do something for Friday the 13th coming up this week. You know, just stuff like that. But like, I don't understand it. I think I've been struggling with that. I did see the movies that we had to watch initially. I watched this. I think it's a Shutter original. Onyx the Fort.
Oh,
Or
fortuitous something something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like the sorcery, which I mean, it had Barbara Cranston in it, and it also has why am I going blanking his name? The other person from fucking Reanimator, the main person.
Oh, Jeffrey Combs.
Jeffrey
Jeffrey
Combs was in it,
Combs.
and he was really great. And it kind of almost reminded me of that another movie he did that has kind of like a sorcerer type of kind of vibe to it. That was really cool. So that and it was funny too. I mean, like the guy was very, very nerdy, you know, very sorcery-esque. And I just kind of wanted to watch another something that had maybe like swords and sorcery and kind of lots of blood and guts and ghouls and creatures. So it was another really fun one. So if you guys want to see that or you get a chance to check it out, it is on Shudder. But also at the same time, I'm kind of saddened and I'm wondering, should I keep not paying Shudder?
No,
It's kind of one of those.
so here's the thing. You know, and Joe Bob was even like, I owe Shutter a huge thing because Shutter put him back on the map. And same
Yeah.
goes for him. You could say he got a ton of people moved to Shutter. But and I love the Joe Bob's specials. Not too crazy about the fans. No offense, Lance. But those fans are like RuPaul's Drag Race fans where they feel like they own. They gatekeep. They feel like
Mm.
it's just very I've had weird run-ins with them. But I love the specials, but it's such a time commitment to watch them because they are so long, especially like when they used to do, I think they used to do more than just, I don't remember if it was three or there's like some that are like five movies.
They have quite a few of
Up
them.
all night or whatever.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's a great idea to be like, oh my God, I love that. But like to try to like watch it weekly and then like, oh, I forgot. And you know, am I gonna go back and spend 6 hours watching that? It limits the audience, but it is great and I love it. And when I do watch it, I always have a really good time. And then also like because of licensing, they can't always keep them up. So if you notice, if you're like, oh, I remember this Joe Bob special, I want to go look at it. Sometimes Shutter pulls them because they'll lose licensing for the movie.
Oh, I see what
Um,
you're saying.
and that also
Yeah.
kind of sucks. But I think they mentioned something about Joe Bob starting a production company, which is great. So he's not going anywhere. He's just not
No.
have a
Like
special.
I knew that. I knew like he was saying he wasn't going. But the fact that he said he goes, this wasn't my choice, kind of made me feel weird about it. You know what I mean? Like obviously he might not be able to say anything. He might have like, you know, an NDA kind of deal where you know he just can't say that other
Things
than
don't get renewed.
Yeah, no, and it's true, and I guess everything changes. I'm not not aware of those things, and things move on and whatnot. It's one of those things where it's like, and obviously, I guess Shudder, maybe they were asking for more money, or maybe it was costing more than it was, technically revenue was bringing in. I don't know. I
Well,
mean,
Lance, start paying for Shutter, and maybe we can bring
Oh,
back Joe Bob instead of
um,
stealing mine.
whoa,
but Joe Bob definitely Shutter owes Joe Bob a lot because Joe
yeah,
Bob is what made Shutter what it is today. So mad respect for that. Love Joe Bob. And
maybe go
hopefully
to Screenbox.
I don't think he'll do that. But what I think most people are mad about is Shutter told him not to say anything until the episode. So when he was like,
Um,
yeah, he was like on the episode is when he announced, because he kept saying, "I hope everybody watches it. There's like this is a really important episode. I hope everybody watches it." And they watched it, and I didn't watch it, but what I'm assuming is he's like, "Hey, this is the last episode," and people were pissed, and that's kind of shitty. But who knows what people are doing in their offices making these stupid decisions?
Right.
mhm.
But also, too, I mean, we don't know. I mean, there may be some new CAO, CO guy who's trying to.
Yeah.
Yes, I know, I messed it up. Either or, but I'm just saying, there's some new head honcho guy who thinks he's gonna reinvent the wheel or some shit like that, where he doesn't view Joe Bob as a pillar of that streaming.
Lance, you love
Well,
just starting drama.
I know.
He's like,
No,
I don't
fuck
think
that.
it's that deep.
Uber-
I think
I wanna-
that's-
So look, Shutter has a new CAO, and this guy hates Joe Bob.
the new
I
head
didn't say he did.
honcho.
I don't say they did or whomever it is. I'm just saying that it would make me mad if it was, and then I don't like.
Well,
This
the
is how I
support
numbers,
that.
the numbers are if his numbers were where they needed to be, they wouldn't just pull him. So it is
No.
what it is. I can't.
I just
And
love
I'm
that
guilty. I don't
image.
watch it every
Yeah.
week.
As much as
so,
I love it, I don't watch it. But I can just picture Lance like sitting in his little bing bag chair with like a cup of like
with
peanuts,
his pillows.
and like the TV is just on mute. Something's
I
playing.
got my popcorn. I love
He's
that.
like,
Santa.
I bet you there's a new CAO, and he fucking hates Joe Bob, and his brain is just like he's becoming a doomsday prepper.
What?
I know.
A doozy? How did we go from that?
Someone take the newspaper away from Grandpappy.
Well,
But-
you know what? If I am, I want Joe Bob there on a fucking streaming station,
Oh my
and I
god.
want him on it.
At the end
And
of
you
this
know what?
episode, Mikey, you need to put that picture of Lance with Joe Bob and Darcy.
Oh, R.I.P.
R.I.P.
And then put like the meme of the guy like conspiracy theory strings.
Oh my god!
Lance's
Head
theory
honcho.
of why Joe Bob got shut down.
You can put the little math thing I usually put up on the other videos where I'm like saying things and it's just flashing all over for the YouTube.
No,
But
you don't know
yeah,
what you're saying.
I'm just spouting things. I don't know if it's true or not. I mean, I hope they get a new home. Honestly, I mean, even if they did end up with like Screenbox, that would be cool. But if he's doing his own production company and he's like he's just gonna finally say, hey, I want to put my own mouth where my money is, type deal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to say it right.
Money.
Whatever.
I know
You
exactly
understand-
what you mean. But you know what? Speaking of Lance froze. But speaking of Lance's editing skills, to remind everybody, we have a YouTube channel out there. It's youtube.com/slasherspod. And we've been releasing little shorts. And of course, you can see the video cast of us doing our podcast. So you'll also see Stella, who has made a grand appearance.
Oh, look at Stella.
Still in recovery.
She looks
She's
like
so
Courtney
high.
Love in dog form right now. But
It's so good.
My baby.
but nevertheless, bringing us to the film of the hour. We are doing a theme, March Madness. So we're kind of going with like basically involving psychos or like things that are crazy. And I wasn't too sure what this movie was about. So I was like, I assume this fits the category. And that's going to be 2025's Marshmallow. You can find Marshmallow on Shudder. I think it might be somewhere else, but I thought I saw it on Tubi, but I don't know. But whatever, go to Shudder if you want to. It's a 2025 American science fiction horror film written by Andy Greskoviak, directed by Daniel Del Purgatorio, starring Q Lawrence, Kai Chek, Georgia Wingham, Max Malice, Maxwell Whitting Cooper, Pearson Fode, and Winston Vengapali. I feel like I'm being punked with these names.
You did
but-
right.
Yeah. And basically, on the surface, so the big thing about this movie that I knew going into, I didn't know what it was, but I knew that people were like, it's not what you expect it to be. Going into it, trailer, everything, it makes you think that it's a typical, these kids go to a sleepaway camp. There's a spooky story about like a killer doctor out on the loose, and then kids go about their business, and killer doctor starts coming and getting the kids. But
Yeah, but is a real good statement right there.
yeah, that's not actually what it's about. uh, and you kind of know something else is going to happen because this kid is having really fucked up dreams. Um, I think the movie starts off with him lying in bed and his stomach splits open and just water starts like pouring out of his stomach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm guessing this kid's like what, like 11, 12?
somewhere in that age, probably.
Yeah, he's pretty young. And we also experienced another traumatic event because his grandpa was shown to be the guy who saved him when he was drowning. And then he, during dinner, witnesses his grandpa dying.
Yeah, like a heart attack type scenario, I assume.
Yeah. And so he's like all fucked up. And so his parents send him to a camp to go make friends. And it's after that kind of like rigmarole, it kind of goes into like the typical slumber party camp, whatever, like, what's it called? Sleepaway camp.
Well, don't forget
Sleepaway
also
camp,
too,
yeah.
he was being bullied too previous. So they had that weird moment in the beginning too, where they had the creepy eyes. Like it was, you don't realize it was the grandfather watching
Yeah.
his kid like being bullied, but like you're like, I mean, I guess later on it plays into maybe why the kids were so mean to him.
Yeah. But it's just a typical nerdy kid, goes to camp, has trouble making friends. And of course he makes friends with the outcasts. That little boy, what's his name? The one they called Doink.
Doink, but it's
Dink.
Dirk. I think his name is Dirk.
Yeah, and the guy's
Yeah, I
like,
think
"Hey,
it's
Doink."
Dirk.
I was like, he looks familiar, that little boy. Let me see if I can.
I figured you'd be all about the one camp counselor guy who was already with his shirt off.
Malice.
We'll get
Doing
there.
Doing
an Instagram.
We'll get there, Lance.
He was in 8-Bit Christmas, and
Oh.
It's a Wonderful Binge,
Oh, okay.
and Kind of Pregnant.
You know who he reminds me of? I know he's not, but he reminds me of the chunky kid from Summer of '84. But I know it's not him. But
The poor kid.
But the kid's super adorable. We have camp counselors. Of course, there's like the camp counselors that are doing it on the side. There's like a responsible one that's supposed to be leading everything. And then Aid liked to point out to me that if you've seen the holiday masterpiece, A Merry Little Xmas with Alicia Silverstone and Clarissa
Oliver
Explains It All.
Hudson. Yeah.
Oliver
Oh, and Larissa. Oh, I almost called her Larissa Olaning, but that's not her. It's
Melissa
Joan Hart.
Yeah. So if you've seen that, the guy who plays like Alicia Silverstone's like backup boyfriend, Chet,
Backup
is
boyfriend.
the camp counselor that is always shirtless, and that's fine
No, I'm looking at him right now too.
because that boy is fine.
Pearson Faudet, is that how you say his name?
I think so. But I think so. The grandpa's also played by Corbin Burnson, and I think he may have been the dentist in The Dentist, the horror movie.
Yeah.
So we have a little bit of horror royalty here. If you haven't seen The Dentist, check that out. It's fucked up. But yeah, everyone else I haven't really ever seen before. And so these doctors come, and I guess this cattle prod type thing passes them out. I don't know what's going on. That was my first thing, is like, why are these like kids just like going down after being shocked? Like, haven't we all been shocked by a cattle prod before? Or is that just because I'm in Texas?
No, I've never been. I mean, I'm assuming it's like a stun gun, right?
Yeah.
Made for
It's
cows,
like,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, I had a friend who went to the whole Burning Man thing, and like he literally said there was a tent where if you went there, you could get a free shot, but you had to take like a cattle prod like hit like before you could take the shot, or you had to do it as you were drinking it. It was something crazy, and I was like, "What? Why?
Oh my.
How bad do you need to get
I
drunk?"
don't know. My neighbor used to go to that, and she would like get all of her bins ready with kitty litter because there's no bathrooms. And I'm like, I realize what this is for, and I'm never doing that. Like, ew, ew.
That's heavy too.
I
Um,
Yeah.
know. Ew.
well, regardless, these kids, and also like, it's a very weird story. You know, something weird's going on. And kind of, it reminds me of like the Goosebumps camp story, where it's like you think they're going to camp, but ends up being like they're in space. I don't remember. Uh,
Yeah, this movie definitely had the like you're not quite goosebumps, or into the dark kind of
yeah.
thing, but also not quite like eerie Indiana type either. You know what I mean? It's very its own thing and like
I was
very in that
thinking more
between.
Twilight Zoning.
Yeah, that
The
too.
OG, where it's like it appears as something but ends up being something else at the end. And you know, watching this movie and one of the reviews that I can kind of get behind because this has very mixed reviews. People are like, "Oh my God, like it's so cool because it's not what you expect," and people are like, "Wasn't really worth the
Mm.
payoff." But I think the one that I do agree with is it's worth the payoff. It's just the payoff comes so late because you have like three-fourths of the movie is what we think is happening with these doctors killing these kids, and then you get the twist in the last 15 minutes, and I was like, but then there's also like a twist after the twist, which we'll get into. But before we get into the twist, just watching it, this movie, in my opinion, suffers from child actors. Um, actually, just two, and it's our main two. Pilar, which I thought was an Indian name, sorry, but she's a little Asian girl. Um, Aid, you're a woman of many cultures. Is Pilar Asian or
Pilar's a
Indian?
Hispanic. It's an Hispanic name.
Well, there, you know what? This doesn't solve anything.
I mean, it
Google
could
will
be
tell you.
Filipino because a lot of Filipinos have Hispanic names, but she obviously is something.
Yeah, I thought she was
But he thought
like,
her name was so pretty.
Oh.
oh my God.
Okay, so it's actually Spanish with deep Catholic roots originating from the legend of Virgen de Pilar. Um,
Mm.
I feel like I just maybe knew someone when I was a kid who was Indian. Her name was Pilar, and I thought that's why her name was Pilar.
Mm.
But it means pillar or column. So from Latin.
Well,
Um,
not a far stretch.
but you know what? The main little boy and her, I just was like, something was bugging me about their acting. It wasn't necessarily that they were bad. With her, I felt like she was acting older than she was. I'm like, you're a child. Act like a child. I feel like she was trying to act like a teenager in
Mm.
her character. And I was like, I don't really care about that. And then for
She,
him, he had a lot to do. So maybe he just,
Well, also, it didn't seem like they like basically try to steal literally Will from like Stranger Things total look. I mean, the bowl
I
haircut.
know. What the hell was with his hair? Like,
Yeah,
why
I
do
was
people
like,
like don't give us? I know he's a dorky kid, but he doesn't have to have that haircut. Why are we doing this?
well, I kind of thought, and I mean, this isn't like a retro piece, but I felt like a lot of the kids were kind of dressed like they were from the 90s. Maybe that was
kind of
just,
did, right?
yeah, but I mean, they never made a point to like mention that.
I can't
Um,
remember. Did we see any smartphones or anything?
I
Because
don't,
even the mom had that kind of that look too, and the dad honestly looked like very 90s. Like,
Um, It wasn't, I mean, it wasn't clear to me what when the time was set, but I could see if it was set in the 90s how the kid no, it was it was the kid no, because Doink had an iPod.
mm,
So I think it was early 2000s. Remember, he took his iPod away.
oh, that's right. We told him that,
yeah.
that was a horrible, total bullying, like fat thing that he
He was
pulled on
fat
that poor
shaming
kid.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, it's like, damn, dude.
Well, I think also when we have a movie that takes place in camp, camps are just time capsules, and it always feels like the 80s. You always wear 80s stuff at camp. That's when the guys get the crop tops, that's when the girls get the Daisy Dukes, and it's a timeless place, really magical.
Mm.
We have yet to discover
Tradition.
They have adult sleepaway camps now that you
I
can
know, I've
actually
been to
pay to
some.
get. Oh, you have it? What a
And I
good
feel
one.
I
How fun
feel
would
I
that
don't think it's the
be?
kind you're thinking of,
no,
eh?
it is
Oh,
Lance. This was put on by Alamo Draft House, I'll have you know, and
Oh,
they play scary movies, but also at the same time, they're like, you guys are adults. I don't care if you use the women's bathroom or the men's bathroom. Just be nice to each other. And I was a woman of God. My friends, however, I feel sorry for the kids that play in those canoes, that have to use the bunk that was under mine because
Oh
I
my
was on
god.
the second bunk. My friend, I got kind of sick. I drank too much, and I came home. I went to my cabin, and it was on water. And he takes his dinner of the day of the night, and by that I mean a woman. I'm being misogynistic. Um, to his bed, which is the one that's under mine, and the whole cabin is just, and I'm like, and by the time I realized what they were doing, I'm like, do I say something and ruin it, or do I just like be a good friend and just? Luckily, my friend didn't last very long, and then that was that. If you're listening, sorry. Anyways, back to the film.
Wait, before we go, are you guys a top bunk or a bottom bunk type of thing when you get the opportunity for a bunk bed type?
Are you asking me a gay question, Lance? On
No.
air live
Lance, on
on
Women's
Slashers on my
Oh my
podcast?
gosh. Oh god.
Which,
Come on.
funny enough, when we were talking about Scream, and I was like, Lance loves to blame women, especially mothers. Um, that was like the first episode of Women's Month. So there you go, everyone. Take it up with Lance and Mar. You can find him at Zombie VS Hate on Instagram.
Yeah, there. Yeah, talk to me about it. I'd love to see it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Um,
well, it's okay because Lance doesn't look at his general or his requested messages
Yeah,
anyway. So
No.
you can send it all you want, but it's probably never gonna get to me.
Send it to me. I'll forward it to him, y'all.
Yeah, that's actually the only way you probably will get it
we'll
to me
take
is you
receipts.
send it to Aid or Mikey, and
Yeah.
Well, Lance, are you trying to? Do you want to tell us what you prefer? Is that why you
Yeah,
posited
Lance, are
the
you the top or the
question?
bottom?
I love being the top bunk.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Sure you do.
See, now
That
this
you
has got
do.
it's a whole different area now. You
I
know,
don't know what you're
What if I
talking about.
was?
You asked. I'm
Well,
just
yeah.
asking.
You
Okay,
brought
what
it
about you
up.
two then?
I prefer the bottom bunk because after what happened the last time.
Well, you have trauma now.
Well, but also like I don't like, and I guess it depends if they're like bolted into the wall because the ones that we had for some reason swayed, like they weren't like stuck into anything. So
Uh,
like even if you're not doing God honoring things in them, like just getting in and out of them, like it shakes. And I also have a fear that I'm gonna roll off. Um,
oh, didn't have like little
They're
side
also
barriers.
built for children, and we are grown-ass adults trying to get inside of
yeah, I hope that one was bleached.
Oh,
But
jeez.
nevertheless, back to the movie.
Mm.
They're telling a ghost story, and it's about like a doctor that kills kids. Am I right? I was kind of zoned out during
Yeah,
this part. Yeah.
it
Well,
wasn't
the
very
funny part,
effective. Like
Mm.
I feel like the girl telling the story was not effective.
Yeah.
Like they should have let the little boys tell it, but
Yeah.
whatever.
well, they
Yeah.
didn't want to tell in the first place, right, or something like that. Like, they were trying to like pwn it off, but then I guess later on you learn about something about the story
Well,
is
like,
part of the thing.
yeah. Well, let's Mikey
We're taking it
continue.
as we come, Lance.
Yes.
Do we know why the movie's called Marshmallow? Is because the doctor looks like a marshmallow?
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought it
couldn't
was
tell
because of
you.
the singer guy or the DJ guy, because he kind of looks like the Marshmallow guy. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that wears the helmet with the like the
I know who
black.
you're talking about.
Yeah.
The marshmallow helmet.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, who looked like Marshmallow?
he's saying the doctors look like marshmallow, but I don't think they're referring to the DJ. I think they're talking about just a white square suit in general.
I don't know, because like I mean, marshmallows like you make them at camp, right? You make s'mores at camp. You make it, and marshmallows melt like what?
Oh, maybe the hot chocolate, because that's how they later on.
Oh, that's how they put.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that
Yeah,
makes
so
sense.
this was also something that I thought was really smart because so we have the main camp girl. She's like, everyone drink your hot chocolate. Make sure you drink it. Do not spill it out. Drink it while it's warm and do not put it on the soil. It'll kill the trees. And like, she's really going in on this hot chocolate. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's a little bit. So you're like,
We find out why. So these doctor things start coming and cattle prodding children. And I didn't catch it at first. Like the kids are escaping and they're trying to like rescue the other kids. And some of the kids are coming out of their cabins like really tired. I'm like, well, yeah, they were asleep. But I was like, oh no, they were drugged. The hot chocolate
Well, don't
drugged
forget-
everybody.
but don't forget the bully guy, which is kind of the main thing where the first bully at camp for the one main kid kind of comes
Oh.
at him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like literally does some like horrible shit, you know,
Well,
like throws him in the water when he can't swim.
he's very aggressive. And in this cabin, it's the main little boy and this bully named CJ. And he's
Of
like,
course.
he goes to the counselor and he's like, "Can I go and sleep somewhere else?" And they're like, "No." And I'm like, "What kind of fucked up camp is this? Like,
I
this kid
know.
just tried to kill me and we're by ourselves in a camp. Like, we're gonna make me sleep with him again." Um,
He has to learn a lesson.
yeah. And then like he ends up beating the shit out of the other little boy, one of his friends that he made. Um, and then he disappears.
Yeah.
And then And so we all something's happening. The camp counselors, you know that they're on the side of the killer. The guy who runs the camp is on the side of the killer. Like, you need to get these kids. You need to find out where all of them are. You can ruin everything. You're supposed to be in charge. You're gonna ruin everything. So obviously something is happening here. Something big.
Well, yeah, you know, and the funny part was like I think when the camp counselors acted like, oh, let's just come into the you know the mess hall.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like at that point, I was kind of like, what is going on here? Because they seem really nonchalant about the fact that these kids are screaming, saying someone's attacking them, and they're like, "Don't worry, just come on in here.
Yeah,
it's all good.
Come in here, drink hot chocolate again."
Yeah. Don't free that hot chocolate.
Yeah, so they're coming off as kind of like bad guys, for a lack of better term, when really that's not what's happening. And so Pilar, Miss Nosy, is going through the files and she sees CJ, the guy that beat up the main guy. She finds his file and there's a picture of him dead.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dead.
What did you guys think of the room though? That when the kid initially, before this happened.
The what?
Remember that he does stumble upon CJ's body beforehand, like in that white room where he initially where he has the Boy Scout knife that his grandfather gave him. Remember, and he stabs one of them in the foot because these people really take a lot of beatings pretty easily.
It is the 80s. My dumbass just thought he got killed. I was like, oh, this thing is killing people. Okay, great. I wasn't really thinking too much into it. Just like when the kids are coming out of the cabins and everybody's screaming like, and I was like,
right,
yeah, they're tired. I didn't know they were drugged.
I was just right over my head. Yeah,
I know. But you know, they find out he's dead, and not that he died at camp. That he's been dead since, because it said he died in 2020. And I was like, wait, when does this movie take place? Oh, I guess that's more evidence that this is a current movie.
Oh yeah,
they just dress differently than they should for this age.
Stranger Things, I'm telling you, it's ruined the fashion.
Yeah.
But so he's dead, and Pilar's like, what's going on? And so this is one that I will back up Lance in saying, is this really a horror movie? Because you find out that it ends in a horror movie. We'll get there in a second. But we find out that these kids are dead. And I know my facts and memory of the events might be a little skewed. So if I get something wrong, tell me. But these kids are dead. And oh yeah, we're going to have spoilers from this point moving forward.
I was waiting for it because I'm like, are you going to like basically just blurt it out? Because I feel like where we're going.
No, the audience should know. If Mikey's at the helm, there's no condom on.
Folks, you're lucky that we didn't get Raw Dog right at the beginning of this whole episode.
Yeah, you're looking at it and start off with, and we're viewing a movie today where everyone's dead. No, but the kids are dead, and I guess there's like a new experiment going on where these parents of deceased children essentially receive a thing, a man-made human that mimics their child, looks like their child, and every summer they have to like go to this summer camp to get like adjusted or like worked on, almost like their maintenance. And so this hot chocolate,
like they get a little taller or something like that. The way they mentioned it, it kind of come off like
aging.
They slowly age them, but it was like going like how, and also these kids end up having relationships, other than with each other, you know what I mean, from the camp. Because I mean, also now that I think about it, didn't the grandfather say he went to camp and he said I met my best friend there? So I'm like, is he one of these?
No, this is a new experiment, Lance. Grandpa would have been a long time ago.
Yeah.
I think the grandpa was just trying to make the kid feel better about going to camp.
True.
But yeah, so they have to go every year to this camp and get adjusted. The hot chocolate knocks them out and makes them not remember anything. So when they go back, it's like when you take your car in for service. And no one's dying, no one's trying to kill nobody. Cattle prodding is friendly fire.
Just-
Yeah, and so Pilar, and I don't even know the little kid's name. I just know Pilar's name. So it's like, little Column and her friend, they meet with the counselor and he tells them everything. He's like, well, you guys have a choice. And I'm like, this is strange that he would give them this choice, which we'll find out later was not a good choice for him. And so it insinuates the choices. Do you want to forget everything or do you want to know what's going on and then just do it on your own accord and, whatever.
Matrix.
So sure, Lance.
my
So little boy is like, you know what? You don't gotta drug me. I'm not gonna say nothing. Cool dog. So he wakes up the next morning, all adjusted, looking fine, looking fresh, and meeting with his friends. His friends don't know what's happening, and there's like wink, wink, nod, nod to the counselors. The hot counselors like beat up because they beat the shit out of him when they're running away from him.
Doink finally got back at him.
Yeah, Doink got his revenge. And it's like about to end, and I'm like, okay, yeah, this isn't really a horror movie if you think about it. It's just like a Goosebumps episode. Like plays out just like a Goosebumps episode where there's not actually any danger that happened. It's just shit got weird. But then in a twist of Sleepaway Camp-esque, as Lance would say, little Column, trying to make a column pun, while they can hold a lot of roofs, could not hold this secret.
This pillar fell.
Yeah. Pillar
Oh,
crumbled.
very-
Lance, look at you. Yeah.
Oh,
God.
that was pretty good. Good for you.
The pillar had
A
crumbled.
plus.
So she's crazy. And she walks into the head counselor's room full of blood, making a very ooky spooky face. That's like the only time I liked her in the movie. I was like, okay, she's selling that. She didn't really sell me anything else she was doing. Again, not a bad actress. She just wasn't acting her age. And it reminded me of Sleepaway Camp just because like it's like the shock factor of like, oh, they're almost like breathing the same. Or like, I mean, Pilar was not gender swapped. She was, she was just killing people, everyone. There's nothing else going on with Pilar. But she's covered in blood and she's doing her like heavy breathing thing and then it ends. Bum bum bum. So you guys, I don't know how I feel, but there's supposed to be a sequel coming.
Stop, really?
Yeah. It was announced January 2026, a mere few months ago, that a sequel is being made and it will bring back the
pillar?
director. It's going to bring back Lawrence. Okay, I need to check out, remember who these people are. Lawrence, Check, Malice, and Freeman. Oh, Malice is Doink, right? You knew that.
Yeah.
Check is that no, the hot guy's like Forte or something.
Check is May, so that was the girl that got her like got all fucked up, I think, right?
No, Maya Check is May. Wait. Who was May?
Maya Check. Check is the second name.
Right. And who did she play?
She played May.
Because her real name's Miyako, so I'm getting confused.
Oh, I don't know. I'm looking at the freaking Wikipedia.
Okay, maybe I just don't remember her. Did she have a big part?
She was the one who escaped. The only kid that escaped and found the cop. The cop brought her back.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's the one that broke her leg, which is the
That's
only.
what I said.
Yeah. But that was the only scene that you really had like an actual, like practical effect in the sense of gore, right?
Oh.
Before it happened.
And you know what? I think she might be related to Pilar because, so May, the actress's name is Maya Check. Pilar is Kai Check. That's not me being racist, everybody, just because they're both Asian. They have the same last name, so I'm assuming they're related.
That is a very popular last name, like Smith.
Yeah, it looks like all the kids are coming back. The main doctor guy is the guy from The Dentist. Oh no, that was the grandpa. I don't know who that was.
Yeah, he just looked familiar. That's why I thought I saw
Corbin
him.
Burnson he's like the most famous person here,
Okay.
which
Mm-hmm.
he was in LA Law. He was in Major League, Major League Two, Major League Three, Back to the Minors,
You're
General
talking about the grandfather.
Hospital. Yes, The Young and the Restless. He's in a shit
Actually,
ton of things.
Paul
Yeah,
Stocher, who played,
the main counselor slash doctor.
is that him?
He's the
Yeah.
only other one that I thought looked familiar to me.
Because he's in Super Troopers and like Club Dread. It looks like he's like the Club Lizard in the Club
Oh
Lizard
my
crew.
God, I thought I
Oh
knew him from
yeah,
somewhere. That's
that's
so
what I was.
funny.
Yeah. So that's funny. So we were wrong. It wasn't the dentist guy. It was there was the what is it? Club Lizard? Broken Lizard. That's the
Broken
company.
Lizard.
Yeah. Yeah. So they'll be back, which is great. Kind of. I don't know. I guess it's gonna be about Pilar going crazy and killing people. Who knows? But I don't know how I feel about this movie. I enjoyed
Yeah.
it visually because the cinematography was great. Did it keep my attention? Not really. Even when the killing started happening, I didn't care. It wasn't until like the last 15 minutes, like that reviewer said, that I was actually like, oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'd probably just give it a 3-star. No. I want to say 2.5 because my thing is 3-star I would watch again. But I do really like the twist. I would say 2.5 because I don't want to watch it again, but the twist I really enjoyed.
Hmm.
Aid, be the tiebreaker for myself.
Oh no, I would give it a 2.
Aid said, fuck that
Yeah.
movie.
No,
Aid
I
said, never
just
again.
no, because I just felt like it didn't know what it wanted to be. I feel like it was relying on different horror movie tropes. Um,
Tropes.
you know, to get to its point. And I feel like if you want to have something that overt of a twist, which is fine. I think, and I could get mad because this is a unique horror movie. I mean, is it that unique though? Because we've had that, whoa, they've been dead the whole time before. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's
And I
not
mean,
necessarily
it's
new.
very Goosebumps. So is it that unique if Goosebumps did it first?
Yeah, because it kind of, I
Yeah.
don't know, it just feels, I mean, it's a new horror movie, but do I feel like it was good? Like, no, I feel like it just took too long to get where it needed to go. A lot of the what happens in the film, you understand after you've seen it,
Mm-hmm.
which is fine sometimes, but I feel like there was so much of it that it was all convoluted. I didn't know what the hell was going on. Because when they went to the camp, I was like, the tone shifted from the beginning of the movie where the grandfather dies. Then, oh, we're all hunky-dory at the camp, and the teenagers are fucking around and they're being mean to each other and smoking weed, and the kids are coming to camp. And I was like, oh, this is exciting because I wanted to see like horror movie, a horror camp movie because I love, it's summer's coming. I love that. And then, it turns into what it turns into. I didn't even get it. Like I'm like, what? And what the fuck was that guy talking about at the end? Did not get it. I had to go back and read like what? What? I'm still like, what? I just don't think I think it was trying to be too deep.
Yeah.
And I think that's to its detriment. Maybe simplify a little bit more. We don't need, a whole dissertation about what's going on. There should be enough in the movie to where we figure it out, right?
Mhm.
Like, why are you trying to be Inception? I don't understand.
Yeah. You're not
Anyways.
Mike Flanagan. Stop trying to make these monologues. Lance, how did you feel about it overall?
Honestly, I want to give like 2.5, only because now that you're telling me there's a second one. Now I kind of view this like, all right, so you had a second one maybe in planned, like like in the works in your head, maybe. So you thought this was going to be like the beginning stages. So you're trying to give more storyline than you are actual action. You know what I mean? Which kind of makes sense if you already have something secondary. I think it was bad because they didn't really give you a lot of the information when you switched it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if you're going to switch it, maybe have a little bit more of that, because you literally go from, like you said, a camp slasher movie kind of deal with the killer in a white outfit, with a cattle prod. You know what I mean? Are the camp counselors involved? You know what I mean? Are they not involved? Are they, what's going on? Did it seem weird that the one counselor told the mom you couldn't go past this point? the mom seemed way more like slightly forgetful. You know what I mean? Like she was
But
kind of
see,
like
those are things though that you catch after you've seen it,
Yeah.
right?
'Cause she knows the truth.
right, but that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. And so like it's just one of those things where it's like, okay, cool. I mean, and like, I'm with you too, Mikey. Where I mean, it was a cool switch, but then it's like, was it a switch too late?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what if the kid, instead of the camp counselors trying to get them, what if they had just already had one of the kids started to freak out and stabbing people, and then they found out that's
Yeah.
what they were already dead. It didn't matter if they were dead, and the counselors are more like trying to let's get a hold of this one person. I think that would have been a better plot twist, and then still finding out they're dead, and then surviving the crazy girl, and then even to add another twist, the one girl you thought was okay, she flips. You know what I mean? That would have been more realistic into the idea of it. So I think opportunity missed, basically what I'm saying. So yeah, 2.5.
Yeah. Well, I think after listening to you guys, it's 2.5 for me, and I think its biggest sin, because I don't even know if I want to watch the sequel. Its biggest sin is the horror. Before we knew it wasn't, no one was actually in danger. The horror elements weren't there. The killers weren't
Yeah.
creepy. The kills, because they were just prodded. There was no tension. It was like a game of tag with cattle prods, which sounds fun. But you know, I'll need to see where the second one's going before I know if I want to watch it or not. Because it's just
Well, just so you guys know, Friedman's the producer. So I guess whatever tidbit, it's those actors and the same producers coming back to make part two. And I'm trying to think, is this, and so they're written and directed by different people. Because I was going to say, I just feel like there's just so much in it. Like we needed to simplify it. I don't know.
yeah.
The beginning was so good because I loved the whole camp aspect of it. Those parts were great, and like the camp counselors chit-chatting back and forth, bickering with each other. Like it was cute, it was funny, like, and it was like setting up for a horror movie.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I can't wait for this guy to die, and he didn't.
Well, then what was the point of the dreams and the kid having other than obviously that's how he died initially.
Then
But
you know the point, Lance.
Yeah, but no, what I'm saying is but like it's like the grandfather, like it was a waste of having that actor. You know what I mean? Like you had him in there for the.
They had to put him in for 5. They had him for like 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
And this is what I'm saying. Like you're creating roles for people that don't necessarily need to be in the movie. Like we had this whole beginning for no reason. Like if we just started off at the camp, and then we had the flashbacks with the kid. Maybe he had a flashback about drowning. That's why he doesn't like to swim. He had a flashback about losing his grandpa. Okay, great. The whole beginning of the movie was such a waste. Like, no.
Yeah.
The grandpa role is kind of pointless.
And then you like with the kids and bullying in the first part. Yeah, you don't have to have one kid's bullying him to know that he's the kid that gets bullied.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's triggering Lance. He really doesn't want to see kids bullied. It reminds him of his past. But regardless, you know what? This movie sucked. So everyone, if you've seen it, give us your take. Let us know in the comments. Message us on Instagram. But you know what? That's it for this week's episode of Slashers Podcast. Please exit the podcast in the calm and spooky fashion. If you want to see our faces and see how Aid treats us, watch the video cast at youtube.com/Slashers Podcast. If you need more horror nerd chaos in your life, slice deeper into the comic chop, our monthly deep dive with Joe from Much Ado About Nerding. If you want to join the cult, find us at Patreon at patreon.com/SlashersPod. You'll get exclusive episodes, bonus content, and cursed perks. If you want to rock your support and put it on your tits, go to slasherspod.redbubble.com because nothing gets you laid faster than Slasher swagger. You'll find t-shirts there, or if you want exclusive logo designs, message me or Lance. Or Aid. You can haunt us on Instagram at SlashersPod for the official page, at Mutant Goons for Beyond for the gang. If you want to scream at us directly, you can scream at Aid at PathologicallyADE, me at Southern Fried Mikey, or Lance at Zombie vs Hate. Huge thanks to our Bloodbound Patreon members, Josh Gunn, Dinosaurs Will Always Be Awesome, Lorraine Ellis, my mom, Kevin Leamy, Vladimir Louis, Leslie Thurman, Cam, Gail, Press Eject, and Bruce Magnus. Thanks for listening, and remember, stay spooky. Goodbye. Don't die unless you're in camp, whatever the fuck it's called. You're already dead. Spoiler alert, bitch.
Bye.
Die.
Where's the stop button? I always have to move it to the bigger screen because it doesn't come up until I expand it all the way.
Oh.
There. She knows better.
You can't play, so it's not even.
When I was recording the Scream 7, when I was editing the Scream 7, something weird's going on with your system. So whatever was haunting Lance's computer has moved on to yours. Because, like, it froze in a bunch of areas. And then, like, remember how you kept getting mad? You're like, why are you pausing? That wasn't us.
Oh yeah.
No, that was me. That was me.
So
It's because
I'll
of
accept an
our-
apology at this moment.
It's the VIP or the VPN that we use. It keeps saying that my internet connection's unstable.
Okay,
But if
so
I turn it off, then it's fine.
okay, so then I'll expect an apology soon, public.
Written.
What do you mean? I knew it was
public.
me.
No, you didn't. You were yelling at me
Yeah,
like I
you
was
kind of
some sort
were.
of which
Yeah.
strike one. We don't even want to go to
Jesus.
two.
Wow. There she comes back.
I was just telling Lance about my really hot doppelganger at the gym that I saw, because at my gym you can work
Ooh.
out shirtless, and I was telling Lance he looks like if I was 3 inches taller, if I was like cut, like I know I have muscle, but like I'm talking about cut, and if my beard was properly
Groomed.
Managed.
Oh, Lance, drag both of y'all, managed, groom, just not fucking ugly.